Welcome back to the Real and Refined podcast. This is episode 5. So today we're starting out a little bit differently. We're going to begin with a segment called Relationshipinal News.
Relationshipinal news.
Let them know what it is, Jessica.
Basically, well, first of all, relationshipinal is a word.
It is.
And the definition entails all things relationship.
Binal.
And so we're going to discuss it. We're going to just dive right in. A lot has happened this time of year. It's kind of crazy.
In this last week and a half, 2 weeks.
Y'all couldn't make it to 2019. I'm
before
kind of
wilding
sad.
out on us. Y'all really giving us all of
the tea.
we ain't got. I could really just sit at home. I don't have to watch TV. I can just scroll through Instagram.
Honestly.
This is really entertaining. Starting with Cardi B and Offset.
So
Girl.
a couple weeks back, Cardi announced to her Instagram that she and Offset were calling it quits.
Done.
Splitsville divorce. And she totally respects him as a father, but things just didn't work out.
Right.
Which is totally understandable. That happens in relationships. All good things come to an end. To be honest, just my quick opinion on that, I always saw it coming. I wasn't not rooting for Cardi, but I always saw it coming because I can just look at Offset and tell. Because of him. I can look at Offset and tell he ain't nothing. But he ain't ready mentally.
I feel like she put him on the map. No offense to all the Migos or whatever, but I didn't know anybody except for
Quavo.
I almost said Onset, but it's Quavo. I can't. I didn't know anybody except for Quavo, and this was because of Karrueche. All these men are put on because of women. They're
women run the
individually.
world at the end of the day.
I mean, who runs the world? But honestly, I didn't even know who he was. So to see him, I was like, oh, that's so cute. They're gonna start something.
Oh, so you thought
I thought he was. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is good for her.
I wasn't buying it. I saw right through it. And when I found out he was a Sagittarius, I was like, oh no,
he's a Sagittarius.
Oh no.
Well, I understand now. Shoot.
No offense to the good Sages out there, but I've come across some questionable Sages in my lifetime. Just
you know a good Sag? You know somebody? You know a good one?
I know a good. Shout out to Omar. Omar's a good Sag.
Wait, Omar! I love you. I love you so much. He went with us to Miami. So if y'all follow us on Instagram, we went to Miami July. So in the summertime.
His Instagram name is Omar Blanco
with
an upside down A. So I guess it's a V, I think.
A V.
Either way, you'll find him. He's super funny and super cool. Anyway, shout out to him. He's the only good Sag that I know.
Oh, wait a minute. Deja's boyfriend is the Sagittarius.
Oh, he is? Oh, sorry, Chris. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah.
Chris
you cool.
Lapandia. Lapandia. He has a whole song now. Okay. I believe in your name. By the way, I told you this before, Chris. Anyway, that's beside the point. Mm-hmm. So yeah, after I found out he was a Sag, I was just I wasn't a true believer. They're young. Not to say that young couples can't work out.
Are they younger
Cardi's
than me?
26.
Us?
They're our age.
Wow. Okay.
Cardi's 26 and he's 27, and he has several kids, which kids are great, but I just didn't see it on his part.
Yeah.
And I guess with the rumors that have circulated over the past year, they've been married. I think she finally just was like,
I didn't even know there were any rumors. That's how disconnected I am though. I don't follow Shade Room. I don't follow the tea pages because I get overwhelmed.
It's a lot.
Unless I have my friends telling me, I have no idea. So to know that he was acting up was okay, that's dumb. But then I saw how he had bum rushed her performance
to get her back.
Yeah, but it was such a important performance for her, so I felt that was even worse.
See, but that's the thing with I'm Sagittarius men. They will do the absolute most at the wrong time, and they think they're doing selfish. Something great. They're selfish. They're not thinking about you at the end of the day. We sound so biased, but I really a large group of them are like that, and they're the way they operate. It's kind of really calculated and manipulative, and it kind of all circles back to them. Yes, girl.
And
yes, who? Okay, my thing is, with a relationship like that, especially a marriage, it's so fragile. You just gonna sit there on Instagram and record yourself apologizing to your wife? I'm so confused.
thinks of something like that? Like, you know what? Let me get on my Instagram real fast, post a picture, a photo, a video. I can't even, like, I'm so flustered. You post a video about your apology, but you don't tell your wife directly. You tell her
He
fans.
probably did, and she probably just blew him off.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know what? I'm going to take it to the IG. Let
That's
you know
smart.
I'm serious.
That's smart. That'll get you somewhere.
It'll get him attention for sure, but I don't. That would make me feel super uncomfortable.
I would just,
if I were her,
I wouldn't believe it. Like, if you go to any like third party to try and get in contact with me to try and like convince me, then I don't really believe in what you're doing, because you're bringing other people into something that was already so private for me.
Right.
Like, now they're gonna wonder why, or they're gonna wonder what happened, or like, you know, they're gonna start to ask me.
It's gonna give people more of an opportunity to just infiltrate that space that's supposed to be sacred.
Yeah, and like, so let's actually go on to infiltrate, because Trey Songz and Lori Harvey, y'all. She should have ducked lower.
What is that story about? I don't even know what that is.
So basically, they were in the car together, and I guess she was like either getting in the car or they had just seen like a paparazzi, and so she tried to like hide her face a little bit, but they still got her like before she recognized that they saw her. And apparently Future like posted this video on Instagram. He was like, haha, you should have dug lower, but that's cute though, y'all cute. Like, he was like,
was he salty or
he
something?
was throwing he was throwing shade, so I feel like he was salty, just like,
well, first of all, I'm hoping that she had no dealings with Future, because Future ruins lives. Future will ruin your future if you stick around him too long.
Or he'll give you a little baby Future.
Ruin your future. Because he's not gonna stick around. He has too many kids and not enough time. I'm sorry, but
how he spending Christmas? Like,
with one of his baby mamas.
Ho ho ho.
Wait, didn't the other girl, the dancer, Joy, didn't she just have her baby?
See, I don't know that. I don't know.
See, I can't keep up.
But he was with somebody else. What? Right? Now he's with somebody else and somebody else is pregnant?
Right.
Or?
Well, I saw a video of him like yesterday in like the studio or something with some chick. So I was like, who is that?
You know what?
But he like panned it quickly enough to where you couldn't really tell who it is. But there's probably some Instagram like investigators out there who know who that is. If you know, let me know, because I'm just curious at this point.
Somebody, drop the IG handle so we can look and see who next.
Who's up next? Who's the next victim? Yeah.
Makes me like, ugh.
Yeah. But something that just came through like maybe about 30 minutes ago, Cardi updated everyone and said, well, okay, apparently they were spotted in Puerto Rico over the weekend, and people were like,
Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico. And it's like, why are you in Puerto Rico with this man who's just acting a plum fool?
Like with Offset.
With Offset.
What were they doing in Puerto Rico?
They were on a jet ski, living their best lives. And
sliding on the water like a jet ski. Yeah. He probably, what? Wait, stop.
So
right
what
now.
she ended up saying, I guess people, of course, were like in her business as always.
Trying
and
to
she was like, look, at the end of the day, I just wanted to have sex. I just needed some sex. So false alarm, everybody calm down. I'm not really back with him yet. But she just needed.
What happened to like masturbation and being strong minded, right? Like, I don't need no man. I don't need him. Like, I love him as my baby father, but I just don't see us together. What happened to that, Cardi? What happened to that energy? Where did the energy go?
But I mean, think about it though. Like, I feel like women are very strong, but then we are also equally as weak, and we tried to act like we're not weak in that area. But I assure you that Cardi is. Well, you know what? She was fiending.
I'm not going to speak on my behalf. I'm only going to speak on Cardi's behalf, because
that's all we can do at this point.
Okay. Like, I just like, that makes me feel away, because it's like, we all have like duality about us, right? Like, we all want something, but then we are this way, or like
our actions.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
And it's so okay. It's so okay to be yourself, but stop putting your business out there.
True.
Like, stop talking about it if you don't know what you're going to do about it. Like, don't, and I mean that in a way of saying, stop talking about it to the public, people who don't know you. Stop explaining yourself to us.
True.
We don't owe you nothing. Like,
but
I really don't.
Like I mean, I totally agree with you 100%, but I think Cardi has built this empire on being so true and authentic
and like
to her fans. Yeah. I mean, she doesn't have to do that, but I think that's where she started, and that's where her fan base developed. So she almost feels feels obligated.
Yeah, she must feel obligated. I want somebody to be in her corner and tell her, you can deal with this on your own by yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you want to take Offset back for just some sex on the beach, it's a drink. You can go get the drink. You don't need to get the man. Okay, anyway. But like, you can do it on your own. Just stop dragging people through it with you, because I mean, it's only
we're
backlash.
invested.
Yeah, like it's only going to be backlash, and she doesn't deserve that. You know, she's the one who went through this, but she probably feels torn. I mean, she just had this man's child.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like now,
I'm sure.
So all those emotions are probably just like, you know,
still at the surface. She hasn't quite sorted that out yet.
Yeah, this is like a very touchy situation. I feel like nobody else should be a part of it but them.
Yeah. You know, I think I mentioned this on one of our other podcasts, but I love the way Beyonce handles everything.
Oh my God.
She just like, she just sets the bar every time on every level and every aspect of life. Like, she went through a whole entire breakup, almost divorce, like moved out of the house, let Jay-Z have his moment, and then try to get her back. He did everything he possibly could to get her back. Made a whole album like a year after everything already happened, and they were already, you know, mended their issues.
She moved out?
Girl, yes.
Wait, how did I miss that? Where'd she go?
That's the point. We don't know nothing because Beyonce is on top of her stuff. What? And I love her for that. They handle that so classily.
Another one.
Classily.
I tried to put in a sentence and I couldn't. What she said. Don't ask her to spell it.
Don't ask me nothing else. It's classily.
Classily. Like Caseify, right? Like class, CLASSI.
Classily.
LY.
Class silly. Class silly.
Like class silly? Like SILLY? Silly?
Class.
Or like
class silly. I was gonna be like class silly, like CILY, but that would be like classically. Wait, maybe that's the word. Anyway, I love the way she handled that, and I mean, not everyone can do it like that. She had to have a
wait, y'all. All I can do is see the word classily. Okay.
I'm hot now.
Y'all, these hoodies are warm. I mean, they're 100% cotton, but they hot.
They're super comfy. Yeah, shout out your hoodie.
Shout out to Jonathan Traylor. He is a gospel artist. He has an album out. So it's called Purpose Over Pleasure, but it's Purpose. No, it's actually Mountains X Giants. This is just one of his songs.
Purpose Over Pleasure.
It's like his his what do you call that? Like, not the debut song. Not
his single?
Like a single.
Okay.
Yes. And it's like probably one of the best songs. I am currently about to look up what the album actually is.
I love it. I like anything black and white anyway, so that's already speaking to me. But the purpose behind the pleasure of that sweatshirt is really getting me going.
Like, Purpose Over Pleasure. Like, really don't choose. Oh, it's Stones X Giants, not Mountains. I just made that up. Stones X Giants on iTunes.
Go download it, guys.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It is so good.
And buy a sweatshirt. Can people buy the sweatshirt?
Yeah, so you can buy the sweatshirt. What I would do is go follow him on Instagram, and I believe that he has a link. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this research right now because, y'all, I really believe in like supporting your friends and supporting the people who support you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to him. My sweatshirt is nobody like, nothing special about it, but actually it is special to me. It's my favorite sweatshirt. It's by Popular Demand.
Where did you get it from?
It's an online brand called Popular Demand based out of LA, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And they make like cool like urban streetwear sweatshirts, t-shirts.
That's
so
cute.
they have an Instagram as well at Popular Demand.
Did you get that like in 2016?
Probably before that. It's probably in the midst of my.
When did you? Because I feel like you took a shirt. You took a picture in that. Were
you
in like, I think you were in like, what state? Pennsylvania? I feel like that's when I first saw that sweater, but I could totally.
The fact that you even remember that is beyond me. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I ordered this online like one day.
My memory is scarily good, but at the same time, I also have selective memory. So just know, like, if you ask me something and you're like, but I thought you remember everything, what I want to remember is what I remember. So you can find this sweater on jonathantrailermusic.com, and you can follow him on Instagram at Jonathan Trailer. It's like one word and then underscore. It's spelled JONATHANTRAYLOR
Look at that spelling, girl.
I'm on point with it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. H, I, J, K. You can't get it like me. Okay.
And she's a rapper.
I've always believed that I was supposed to be a rapper or some type of musician because, like, I have that ear for, like, a good, like,
look, I'm rhyme.
I'm about to jump on the beat. Like, did you, like.
You're like about to do, like, double dutch or something.
Chicken noodle soup.
No, please don't.
Like, right now. Come on, I let it rain.
We can't finish the rest of that song because we don't own the rights to that music.
Oh, my bad, y'all. Remix.
But no, what else do we have going in relationship little news? Let's see. Oh, shout out to Joe Budden and Sin Santana. They got engaged.
That was so cute. I
was so surprised because I listened to his podcast and he really tries to front like he's not about to get engaged or married anytime soon.
That's how he talks?
Yes.
Oh, so he tricked everyone.
He bamboozled everybody, including her. So I thought that was really sweet.
Oh, that's so nice.
But one thing I thought was interesting is like he's like what, 39, 40?
He's a sap though.
Yeah, but
proposed.
Like, I mean, I guess like the age difference between them. Like she's like our age, and he's like,
yeah, you know how I feel about that.
How do you feel about that?
I like older men dating younger women because where I'm at 26, a 26-year-old man isn't there. So I like a man with some more wisdom. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's lived a little bit more life, so he'll get some of that like play like out of him. Like I like that because I feel like, you know, at that point, I mean, for some people they've been through enough and they're like, okay, you know what? I want to settle down now. I'd rather a man like wait a long time or whatever and then like. So I like
going for the kill, kind of.
Yeah,
so I'm all for it too. I definitely support that whole thing. I subscribe to that.
I like it that it's real.
Me too. I mean, from what I could see, it seems really real. Yeah. The way he talks about their situation, it seems genuine. And some people, it just takes them longer, you know?
Do you remember when he used to be with Tahiri?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because I remember that proposal. Now that was, whoa. Like, it was like in Times Square. Like, I didn't forget that.
So he has it in him.
Yeah, like
it just has to be the right person.
Yeah, and it took him like years. So that's how you know it's real. Like for him not to just like bounce out and be like, I'm gonna marry the next like beautiful woman that I date.
Right.
So that was really nice. I loved that.
Yeah. I guess this time of year is really good for proposals too.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do.
Yeah, if that's what you want.
Yeah.
You can really just go into that. Like
I never thought about like how I want to be proposed to.
Really?
I've never
you
thought
should talk
about
to me
it.
about it because
I should talk to you about it. Like should it be like intimate, like and alone? No, I don't want that. I want it. I just figured it out myself. I want my closest friends and family to be there and like cry with me and surprise me because I don't get surprised often.
Yeah, no.
So if I would be such a good person to surprise because I would literally probably start
she
bawling.
Would like
it could be like
cry,
anything.
Cry. Like actual like probably baby like
I'm tearing up right now.
Stop. She really is, y'all. Man. Like Justin, if you zoom in on her eye, you can see it's getting there. There's like a tear welling up. So yeah, you need to tell me. So in the case that, you know, whoever, you know, this beautiful man is in the future, I can like, we can get him there in the right way. I would want it to be like, wow, I just made it about me. How would you want it to? I would want it to be like a destination thing, like where we're all traveling,
a
right?
destination engagement.
Yeah, like y'all. Okay, because this has happened to someone that I know. So it's like he took her on a trip, and it was just supposed to be them two, and it was like it was like London or something like that, and he flew her friends out the day before them. Oh my God. So basically, they were sitting down for like breakfast or lunch or whatever it was, and like. They were in communication, so her friends like came to the place they were, and like as soon as he did it, they kind of like walked out after, and she just
I would have been a ball of mess, like just tears
why
everywhere,
are you here?
ugly cry.
I was like, wow. Wow.
That's beautiful.
Like, I was like, okay. Like, I couldn't handle it. Yeah, I mean, for that much thought to go into it, like, that's what, like, I see for you. Just, like, something, like, out of this, like, not just an ordinary proposal, like, something that's thought about and, like, out of the box and, you know, really something that you can, like, talk about for a really long time.
So, like, this topic has always come up in conversations that I've had with people about, like, oh, well, if the ring ain't big enough, then you don't need to be with him. What do you think about that?
You know what? Okay, first, what I think about it is the ring size doesn't matter. Like, it's the love that you have for the person. It's the relationship that you have. Like, if he's broke right now and he can't afford a big ring, take what you get and love on that man, because in 5 years he can ice you out. Like,
yeah, you don't even know what's coming.
You know what I mean?
Within store.
Like, don't be so hung up on the size of the ring and be left by yourself because it wasn't big enough for you.
Right. Because when you have a great man already.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I don't know. I have such, like, weird feelings about that, because my ring wasn't or isn't, like, huge, and I had so many people, like, grown men, be like,
I've actually witnessed that, and they're bold enough to tell you, like, that is so
like,
insulting.
They'll be like, oh, that's small, or like something like so demeaning to, like, something that was so important to me. Like, do you know what you're doing? Like, when you say that to somebody, or like
you're stomping in on, like, territory that you have no business being on.
It's disrespectful. The size of the ring doesn't matter, because even if I didn't have a ring, like, if my man couldn't afford a ring, like, I would still, if I really wanted to be with that person, I wouldn't care. If you care about the ring size, you really don't care about him. Like, you out here for the look of it. Like, you out here to flaunt, like, to stunt, whatever. So yeah, no.
So here's my thought on it.
Oh, she wants a big ring.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying.
I got a really big
Let me
team.
Explain and
we
let
need
me
some
know.
really big rings. We need some really nice things.
This is how I feel. At the end of the day, a ring is a superficial symbolism of your marriage.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you don't have to have a ring, right? It's just a symbol, right? I wouldn't mind having a ring, right?
But not just any ring.
That's the thing. It's not about the size of the ring. I just would want someone to put enough thought and effort into our relationship and into me as a person, and get something that really truly symbolizes
who you are.
Yes, reflects who I am and who I am, like, within the relationship.
4 carats or 5 or
8. Like, and I guess my thought is, it doesn't have to be a small, big, whatever, but don't do me. Like, don't do me. That's
like, don't embarrass me by the size of my ring. Like,
not necessarily embarrass. It's just
like, like, tell me
what I'm thinking is, because some people would say, oh, well, we just need to get married, so I'm just gonna just get you whatever. Like, no, don't do that.
Oh,
don't do that.
Yeah, there's a limit. Like,
don't do that. Like, I would rather you take the time and effort. If that's what you want to do, if you want to go there to that next level with me, then take that time by all means. To get something that really makes you feel good family as a man, or that would make us feel good about, our bond.
Yeah, it
doesn't have to be big or expensive.
Like, just think about it. Like, don't go and buy, like, the first thing you see that doesn't even look like something that I'd wear.
Right.
Like, get me something that, like, represents me. Like, don't go buy me, like, some gold, like, gaudy piece of, like, cubic zirconia. Like, don't buy me
that if that doesn't represent me, or, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Buy me something that looks like something that I would put on my hand.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's the intent behind it and the thought. That's, like, where I get hung up on. It's not that I have to have, like, a huge ring, because that's not even like me anyway. I'm very understated.
But I mean, you should ask her what you want. Like 4 carats, emerald cut, solitaire, platinum
so
band.
The fact that you have this down, it's beyond me.
I'm just saying, like, you just gotta ask what you want, put it out there in the universe.
But in the Bible, it even says that, like, ask
And you shall receive.
Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will open.
Shall be. Okay.
Will open. You better let somebody know. Husbands out there. I'm just saying.
So you heard me. You heard me. You know what I want. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Well, that is it for relationshipal news. Now we're going to go into the next segment, and this is called Titles and Commitment.
Yeah, so honestly, a lot of people have been making some commitments this past month, which is exciting to see. Yeah. But for a lot of people, it's hard to make that leap to the next level. And it takes a lot of time. And especially for men, I feel like they have a tough time making that step. And I don't want to seem like I'm coming at men's neck, but I'm coming at your neck.
But step on it, though.
Y'all have a hard time making a commitment. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're a little bit scared to live up to, they're scared to live up to everything that the title holds. So whether that be boyfriend and girlfriend, whether that be, fiance, husband, even best friend, like that carries some weight to it. And so if they ever feel that they aren't able to fulfill that duty, I think it's easier for them to shy away from committing.
I feel like and by they I mean men, I feel like they make a choice whenever they're getting into like a relationship with a girl. Like I feel like they make it in the beginning, like she's gonna be this or she's gonna be that, like she's gonna be a fling or she's gonna be somebody that I can see myself being committed to. So they know. But where the issue lies is some men don't want the woman to change, right? They feel like whenever you give a woman a title, she becomes different, but truthfully they become different because they stop doing the things that got her in the first place. They start kind of being a little bit lax. Like I was listening, I think it was another podcast, and like the girl was like, I wonder why he stopped liking my pictures, but it's like that. Like a man feels like, oh well, now that I have her, I no longer need to do those things because she's mine now. So I don't have to keep like fishing for her. And I mean, relationship title or not, like you still gotta like reinvent the wheel a little, like not reinvent the wheel, but you still gotta like do those same things over and over again to make her feel like she's appreciated and feel like she's like admired by you. So I just really think it's like they don't want to put that effort into continually, you know what I mean? Like,
so it's too much work?
It's too much work
for them to maintain?
It's way too much work for them to maintain if they're not ready to be unselfish.
But see, at what point, I guess everyone's different, but at what point is a man ready? That's such an enigma. Like, how do you even crack that code?
They know it. I can't know.
We can't make a difference.
Yeah, like I feel like me as a woman, I have no effect on a man's decision making. I think that it is all about him. Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
No matter what I bring to the table, no matter like how, like no matter what, he's not going to change unless he wants to change, or he's not going to commit to me unless he wants to commit to me.
Right.
It has
There's
nothing to do with
convincing me. Or extra tasks you can do.
No,
you can't make him the best.
You can't win him over
no.
by any action. Like it's literally it has to be something in his brain that says, I want her to be my girl, or like I guess I should stop playing around now. Like it's all on him. If a woman ever thinks that she's making this man change, like, oh, he changed for me, girl, no he didn't. He just got too old to cheat. Like he didn't change.
First of all, you never too old to cheat.
Yes, you is. When it don't work no more, you about 65, 68. You too old to cheat. You might actually mess around and die.
You seen the episode of Being Mary Jane? That man definitely, the woman cheated on him. Mary Jane's mom, she sure did. And
I wasn't talking about women. I wasn't talking about women. We ain't never too old.
But
men are too old.
But he played a part in the affair though. So he was old. So I mean, think about it. Like once you get to that age, you have to adjust. Like, we ain't working like how we used to be working back in the day when we're 65. So how he's working might be okay for us when we're 60, 70 years old. We might not even want to do much of anything at that point, to be honest.
No, I feel like I'm always
You can still cheat. I
don't know. I'm going to be 72. Like,
you think so?
Deliver it.
You're funny. Let's talk about that when you're 72, girl.
I'll be like, I'm going to be texting you.
You'll be like, no, you're going to be like,
Look. Jessica, like I'm gonna yell at the phone. That's what it's gonna be. But I don't know. Like I feel. Gosh, wait, y'all. Sorry. I'm still caught up on envisioning myself trying to text at 65.
You think that men have an end point for their cheating days?
Well, not necessarily that they have an end point for their cheating days, but that they just like there comes a time when I feel like they'll get tired, because like men's like peak time is like 18 years old, like in their youth, like their peak time
sexually.
Yes,
like they're okay.
Yes, like not like coming into themselves like being like Idris Elba, but like man, but like sexually speaking. So as they get older, it only declines from there for them specifically. But women, as we get older, like then it starts to grow.
That's interesting to me, because I'm trying to imagine it being like even
I can't. I can't.
Like on a whole other level.
I can't.
A higher level later.
That actually frightened. What am I gonna? Like it's so like. What do you mean? But like that's what I heard. Like my mom would always tell me that. Like, ew. Like I don't know. I don't want to think about that. I think I'm just done with that conversation.
I mean, how did we get to cheating though? Anyway, basically, I don't know. I guess the lack of commitment.
Yeah, like still wanting to like play around and stuff like that. Like that's why they don't want to have that title, because they still want that freedom to do them.
I think a lot of this has to do with how a man is reared in their childhood, their experiences, the things that they've gone through, because I know a lot of men that have had troubled pasts and they're damaged and they never actually dealt with the problem. And so now you out here wilding because you don't want to commit because your daddy left you.
Talk about
your daddy left. And no, I'm not being insensitive to daddies that have left, but I'm saying those things play a key role in how you operate as an adult. And if you don't ever deal with that and address that at some point, you're going to carry that with you, and it's going to spew out in other areas of your life, especially
yes, it will.
In the commitment arena.
Yes,
and I know
it will.
okay, so
okay. Yes, it will.
Someone that I dealt with in the past, he told me about his experiences growing up. And then he also told me about a relationship that went south, and the way that they parted ways was traumatic, for lack of a better word. He didn't cope well with that. And so it kind of made him view commitment as like this big, like negative thing, because the idea that if I commit to you, there's a chance that you might abandon me and leave me and hurt me.
Hurt my feelings.
So you're gonna hurt my feelings. So before you even do that, I'm gonna just keep it right here. And I feel like that's why a lot of people hit a wall at a certain point in a relationship, because they can't see beyond this level.
That's
they don't
emotional
want to.
immaturity at its finest.
Yes, it is.
I don't want to commit to you because you may hurt my feelings. You may have the power to make me sad.
That is what love is at the end of the day.
Yes.
You're handing over, you're relinquishing that control and giving someone else the opportunity to hurt you. Not saying that they will, but that's what it is. It's all about sacrificing that.
It's the point of the relationship. You become vulnerable with somebody so they can know you. So yes, they'll be able to hurt you, but you trust them and you love them. That's why you choose them. You choose the right person, so that even if they do hurt you, it's not going to be in a capacity that says, you know what, I don't care about you. It's going to be in a capacity that says, I think that you could be a better person, or this is how I want to help you grow. So it's going to hurt a little bit. The growing process hurts. Like people tall,
don't want to hurt.
When
Shanice.
you get taller, your knees hurt. Like it's like,
wait, what?
Listen what I'm saying. When you go through a growing process, it doesn't feel good. And so for you to be so ignorant to the fact that love is supposed to hurt. Like that doesn't make sense.
Sometimes I feel like it's not ignorant. Sometimes I feel like they very much know what comes with that, and they just don't want to deal with it.
Ignorant, because you're opening. Because the thing is, if you don't want to deal with it, then why get into a relationship? Why even open that door for a woman to have that thought?
But that goes back to committing. They don't want to commit because they don't want to put themselves in that position. They know what can come with that. It's not them not knowing. They know what can come with that. And if they have not dealt with their own demons and their own past,
they shouldn't be dating.
Traumatic trauma. Like, then there's no reason for them to go into that.
Like,
so
that is
it's like two-edged sword, kind of, because some people might make that, some men might make that decision because they know for a fact that they have not dealt with their past. So before they say, I want to be exclusive with you, before I propose to you, I want to make sure I've dealt with that before I bring all of my baggage forward into this next level of the relationship. And other times it could just be, I don't want to deal with it because I might get hurt.
Yeah. Man. As y'all see, this
it's
is
tough.
Really like this situation. But the thing is, it's so simple, right? It's a matter of like, I always say this, but it's a matter of knowing yourself, because I feel like men or women shouldn't awaken love if they're not ready for it. They shouldn't start a relationship if they don't know themselves. They shouldn't continue to push forward with the person, because we're talking about commitment. But the only way to even get to a committing stage is to date someone and to spend time with them. And so if you're going through this process of dating, or let's say you're just sleeping with someone, you're still moving forward in some type of relationship. So whenever you start that and you already know, like, I'm really not trying to like be with a person, then you're ultimately, you're setting yourself up anyway. Like, even if you don't want a title, even if you don't want commitment, if you don't tell her, or even if you do tell her, but you keep doing the same things, you're still setting yourself up for arguments and for like confusion. Like, that's,
that's like definitely a selfish move if you open up that door that you're not ready to walk all the way through.
Yeah.
But I think it's also easier said than done. Like, because if it were so easy, then if you weren't ready for a relationship, you wouldn't get in one. And if you were ready for a relationship, you would get in one.
It's simple.
People wouldn't be getting hurt. But here we are, hurting and mad and confused at these men, or vice versa. Why would you take me on a date if you don't even you don't even want to be with me like that? You just bored. Like, it would be so much easier to maneuver that path if this was such an easy thing to do. Obviously, it's very difficult.
This is what I mean. And I think because we're so like, and I'll speak for you and I, because we're so intellectual about it. We think about the process, right? And so we want it to make sense in the beginning, the middle, and the end. And so it sounds so different coming from us being like, hey, like, I've actually thought about the process from your end and from my end. And it'd be really great if you would take some time to get to know yourself and then come back to me when you're ready. So it sounds so good coming from us, because it's like, hey, like, I know what I want from you, so here it is. So I'm going to serve it to you this way. But there are women out there and there are men out there who actually don't think about relationships in depth. So like how I'm kind of putting it to people, like, hey, like, think about it first. Like, don't just hop in it. Everybody doesn't think that way. Some people are like emotionally led or like sexually driven.
True.
So they only find that out, like, oh, I really don't want a relationship, after they've already like gone into, the relationship.
Or, some they just want like a warm body, or just like companionship, but not necessarily a long lasting relationship.
Nowadays.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's how you get these situationships where people, they're like on two different,
on accident.
right, on accident purpose. Like you're on two different wavelengths, and then you don't figure out that you're on two different wavelengths until you're already like too deep in a situation.
Exactly. Oh boy.
And then you're having to like backtrack and try to unravel and unpack stuff that should have been unpacked from the very beginning.
Exactly.
But I mean, that falls on both people.
True.
Right. True. I love it. I love it when two people can really be like upfront and be like, you know what? This is how I operate. This is how I move. This is where I'm at mentally. Where are you at? Because then it opens up that conversation. People are afraid to be real. They're afraid to be real with someone that
like
they just
open
meet.
and honest.
Yeah.
Like, but
like, just tell me if that's what you're trying to do. Say that.
I've been trying to understand that, like, what makes people so fearful of like really saying what they desire. Like, is it like the fear of if they know the truth about me, like, will they not like me, or like, will I not get this? Like, she won't do this with me if I tell her what I really
exactly
feel.
What I want. Yeah.
So I've always wondered that, like, what is it that makes us so timid about being like our 100, like ourselves,
true authentic selves from the very beginning.
Yeah,
that's tough, because I come across a lot of people, but majority of them are not able to do that from the jump. It's alarming.
Put up like most, and I think that I've used this, like, not analogy, but this statement, phrase, whatever, before, that basically you have to wait 6 months after you start dating a dude to actually know who he is. Like in a sense of, he's going to bamboozle you all the way up
through
until
month 2.
Yeah, at least through month 3 or 4, right? Like, he's going to bring you through this beautiful dating stage of, I'm gonna lavish you with gifts, and I'm gonna love on you, and I'm going to adore you. I'm gonna like all your pictures. I'm gonna put the heart eyes under. I'm gonna do the new emoji with the hearts around the one with the heart eyes. I'm gonna do the most for you. I love you, right? And then, like, month 7 gets there, and all of a sudden
things get dark.
That man is different.
He's
different. There's a stranger in my house. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Who this? New man, who this? Like, and so I always feel like, how does that happen? Like, how does he start off like so like dreamy, right? And then all of a sudden, like, he turns into like that Sour Patch Kid, or like the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, or like, you know, the Cookie Monster,
or Tasmanian Devil or something.
Yeah, like how he changed, how he changed up so fast.
But I mean, I think it's not necessarily him changing. It's him getting tired. Yeah, he's just getting tired of acting. He becomes more real.
He quit.
Right. He's like, I can't do this job anymore.
And scene.
And scene. And cut. Like, that's what happened. Month 7, 6, 7. That's when you start getting to the nitty gritty of things.
Yeah.
But I mean, also that goes back to just being committed. When you commit to someone, you're signing up for it all.
Yeah.
Everything's not going to be roses and rainbows and unicorns and pretty flowers and
Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Right. It's not.
Smooth.
It's not going to be smooth. It's going to be rocky road. It's going to be hard. And people don't like difficult things.
Yeah. Like, I don't like the incline whenever I'm doing a treadmill.
Right.
I always go back down.
But that's where you see the most results. Is it not? When you're on that incline, when the incline's on 10 and you really pushing it,
and you like, oh Jesus,
that definition is coming.
But it's building muscle.
It's building muscle. It's building strength. It's building a foundation.
Come on,
for
analogy.
You to build on.
Come on, analogy.
So it's like, and I speak on this for both sides, men and women. We don't like things to be too difficult. And I think even more so our generation of men and women, we like things to be cut and dry. Like, okay, you're like this. I expect you to be like this for the rest of your life. Easy, clear, and transparent. But, you know, life hits you hard. Things happen. Things change, illness, sickness. And of course, you sign up for that specifically when you're married.
Yeah.
But even in any commitment level, you're not just committing to just happiness and giggles and laughs and Netflixing and chilling and having a great time. Like, sometimes you're going to be mad because you left the toilet seat up. I'm going to be mad that you left dishes in the sink. You're going to be mad because you drive too fast and you got road rage and you telling somebody off.
Or
like,
you got anxiety. Like, I got anxiety. Like, you can't
Right.
be driving real fast and then stopping real hard. Like, my heart starts to palpitate, and I'm gonna like start looking at you like you're trying to kill me. Like, you should slow down a little bit.
Right.
Please, for me, for my life, so you don't have to drive me to the hospital fast.
But see,
Sir?
that's what people aren't willing to commit to.
Slow
I think
down.
that's why people are scared
Slow down, Tito.
to say what they want. They're afraid.
Slow down.
They don't want to deal with that because they don't want to deal with themselves. If they can barely deal with themselves, why would they commit to dealing with you as well?
Exactly. Now I get it. It's not me. It's you. Like, it's not me. It's you. Like, you know what? It's me. I know it's you.
But do you think, and I guess I'll just speak from a woman because I'm a woman, but
Stop.
As women, I think we have a hard time telling a man what it is that we want from the beginning. We conform. We tend to conform to whatever the man is doing, because we have the tendency to let the man lead. And I think we touched on that before in the past.
Not I says the cat.
Shanice, we have both been there, so don't even sit here in front, because we've been in situations where it's like, you know what, I really like him and I can really see him being my man.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't know, I'm not there with it right now. Well, we can do this. We can kick it. It's like, oh, you want to kick it? Okay, I can kick it too. That's fine. I can kick it for now. I can do that. And before you know it, you just kicking it. And then you're like, so wait, when are we going to get to the next part of this? You know what I'm saying?
I did.
And then we get stuck and bamboozled, and we wonder why. Like, why isn't he trying to commit to me? Why does he want to be my boyfriend?
Now I'm confused.
Now you're confused.
I'm searching
but really,
for answers.
If we just had a clear mind and a better idea of what we want, then.
But you know what? No, wait, let's reverse.
What?
Because, okay, so I went through my whole process. I do that a lot. So I thought about it, because in a sense, she's very right, because we do tend to conform. But me, I tell you what I want up front, right? Me personally, not every woman. But
right.
I tell you what I want up front. But the issue is I do end up conforming. Like, if I really like them, I'm like, hey, like, I want a relationship right now. Or like, hey, like, I don't want a relationship right now. Like, depending on how much I like the dude, I may like forget what I want, or like just put that to the back burner.
So, and then everything becomes null and void at that point, because your actions are different than what you originally said that you wanted. And that's just frustrating as a woman, like thinking about that, because I feel like I've done that a lot. Yeah. And it's like, I know that I wanted something more than what we're doing right now, but here I am doing what makes you comfortable.
Because I like you.
Right, because I like you so much that I'm willing to just do things your way.
But you got to like yourself more, right?
Right, we have to love ourselves more.
We have to love ourselves a little bit more, ladies. Like, don't be digmatized out here. I don't know what else.
Essentially.
I don't know what other word to use. But like, don't be so fooled by what your desires are that you put you mask yourself. Like you put yourself on the back burner. That's not how it's supposed to be in a relationship. How are you winning? Like, I feel like men always go for the win, right? They always get in a situation. They're like, oh,
they want to come out on top.
And they do.
And they do.
They do.
They come out on top every time.
And that's the problem.
So that's the problem. We need to just flip the script.
Exactly.
And let them know that, hey, I know this is what you want, but this is what I want. And then we have to be strong enough to turn the other way if we're not going to ever be on the same page.
Exactly. We should have the mindset of winning. We should be like, you know what? I actually don't think this is going to work for me.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't like, I told you what I wanted. You aren't giving that to me. And we've been doing this for about 3 or 4 months now. And it was fun.
It shouldn't even get to 3 or 4 months. That's our problem.
I mean, but it's reality, because it'd be 3 or 4 months. And then
before we click,
we'd be like, man, you know what? No. I mean, yes, but no. But I think like if you hit that point where you're like, you know what, I'm actually more important than you. Mm-hmm. And if I don't take that mindset, because they're more important.
They're always going to be more important than us, like, at the end of the day.
Like, you know what? No, I got to take care of me. Like, I got to make sure I'm good. So why aren't we making sure that we're good? Mm-hmm. Because we're way too submissive out here, ladies.
Yeah.
We need to come to a point where, like, you know what? As much as I love, care, and like I'm just like intoxicated by you, I know that there's probably somebody else like you that I can find, or I know that there's probably another situation that's much better for my mental sanity. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that it's vital that we just take a little bit more of a stand for ourselves rather than like just succumbing to like that's time's out for that. 2019 we gonna do better, right? I hope. We just gonna try. Attempt.
Yeah, let's not, get in over our head. Right.
Just attempt. Just be like, you know what? I ain't going to the store with you. I'm staying here. Right? And then just see how it works.
Like the store.
Like, small things,
guys. Yeah, start small, work your way up. I get it.
Like,
that
I'm tired. I don't really want to cook a meal. How about you make the food? Because I'm actually hungry too. Mm-hmm. And I'm tired.
Yeah.
So what you making?
Right.
Babe.
Yeah. Make a list of your New Year's resolutions.
And check it twice.
I would challenge you to do that. Check it twice. Yeah. And I know people don't typically believe in New Year's resolutions. I think you can make a resolution anytime.
You can.
But, it's always good to start anew and replenish and maybe you can start with that. Like, not even just women, but like men too. Like, if you have certain vices and things that you just can't seem to shake, write it down. Make a vision board. We need to do that. We've been talking about that.
Making a vision board.
Yeah.
We should do that. I think that that's something that we could like record too. That would be actually kind of interesting and fun.
We can definitely do that. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for joining us. This was episode 5. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Please tune in next week for another episode of Real and Refined.
Catch y'all next time.